Hi everyone. Today we'll discuss how to connect to AT&T Synaptic storage with Gladinet Cloud Server and move data there through a local drive. The first step is to determine the type of server we're installing this software on. This is a 32-bit system, so we will go to the Gladinet website and download the 32-bit version of Gladinet Cloud Server. We're going to save the installation package to our desktop. And once the installation is complete, we will be able to create a local drive that's connected to Synaptic storage, and we'll be able to drag and drop documents into that drive and thereby move them into Synaptic storage. Okay, so we've initiated the install. It's a simple wizard-based install. It takes only a few minutes. Just need to accept the end user licensing agreement and accept all the defaults. Once the installation is completed, a reboot is required. And once the reboot is completed, we will enter first our Gladinet credentials and then retrieve our AT&T credentials to connect to our Synaptic storage account. Okay, so here we're logging back into the system after the reboot. Okay, and if you don't have Gladinet credentials, click the link below to sign up for an account. Once you've signed up for the appropriate account, enter your username and password, and you will be authorized by Gladinet to use our services. Okay, so here we're just verifying your account information. And you can accept the default cache location. Alright, and now we're into the main management interface for Gladinet Cloud Server. Okay. So now we're going to connect to AT&T Synaptic storage. Click on the Attach Storage link. And now we're going to pick a name for the virtual directory that will be attached. Any name will do. And here we've got to retrieve our credentials for the Synaptic storage account. Note that there are three pieces of information: a subtenant ID, which is like a Windows domain, a user identification, which is sometimes called an application ID, and then the equivalent of a password, the shared secret. So here we're going to the Synaptic storage website, where we will log on with the credentials given to us by AT&T. And then we will find those three pieces of information. Okay, so the AT&T username and password. Okay, now we're into the portal. Now if you have any trouble here, contact your AT&T rep, as some of you may need to log into the Business Direct interface. Anyhow, we see here a subtenant ID, which is like a domain, Windows domain, and a user ID and a shared secret for that user. For illustration purposes, we're going to create a new user. And we'll call this new user John. And once he's created within this subtenant, his ID will appear in this drop down. So we can select John. And the shared secret will be changed to match him. Okay, so now we can connect as John to Synaptic storage by just copying over the three pieces of information that we've been talking about. So first we'll cut and paste the subtenant ID. And then we'll have to identify the user within that subtenant by adding a / and the username. And finally, we will display the shared secret, copy it over. And this will complete our connection to Synaptic storage. So now we have a virtual drive on the server connected to Synaptic storage. And we just click the publish link to make this visible to local users. So we select the name that's going to appear on our network when you browse. And then we have to define which users have access to that published share. We do that with the standard Windows UI. Okay, so now we've given all domain admins locally access to that local share, which is actually connected to Synaptic storage. So now any user can connect to that share by using the standard Windows map network drive interface. They can browse to the cloud server, find the published share, and now you have a drive on your desktop which will operate like any other drive. So you can drag and drop information into that drive to move it to Synaptic storage. So to review, we installed the Gladinet software appropriate for our machine. We mounted AT&T Synaptic storage using our AT&T credentials. We published the mounted share to the users on our network, and those users are now able to map network drives, drag and drop information into that map network drive, thereby moving it to Synaptic storage. Thank you.